If you're a life insurance agent or you're even an entrepreneur, this should fucking terrify you. And what's crazy is that I see some of the smartest people that I know doing this shit. It's bonkers. Now, I normally call people that disagree with me fucking stupid. And I want to be a little bit more productive here and constructive because the goal of this channel is to be the most authentic teacher in the industry and help you guys avoid mistakes that I made. Like if you just listen, you'll have 90% of the way figured out and you'll get farther than I did faster. And that's what I want to do here. I see so many people make this mistake and it drives me fucking nuts because they are intelligent people, like they have potential. And it's going to take me a few seconds to make my point here, but by all means, if you don't have a few seconds to give yourself and you want to go watch a dog video, go ahead, but you will make this mistake and it will cost you more than anything in 10 years. But I see everyone doing it. I did it and it slowed me down nearly 5 to 10 years. So what is this mistake? It's doing too much shit. Podcasting isn't bad. TikTok isn't bad. Facebook groups isn't bad. Doing a lot of shit is bad. As a matter of fact, all doing tons of shit generates is tons of shit. One video I would highly suggest you check out after this video is the video linked down in the comments by Sam Ovens, Death by 1,000 Cuts. Not right now. You'll kill the fucking algorithm. You'll tank the engagement. Said after this video. Let me explain because it builds on top of this. So watch this first. I want to share a story with you because I was talking with an agent the other day and he asked why I stopped posting on TikTok, and people constantly tell me to do more podcast interviews, post more on your Instagram, and it's just ass backwards because from what I've found, the less that I do, the more that I make. Now how is this possible? Because it goes against everything that people are telling me to do and what they are doing. If you look at the most successful entrepreneurs and the most successful businesses, they operate in a very similar cadence. More of them operate this way rather than the opposite, and let me break down why. And it's just simple math almost. If you look at Joe Rogan, he has his podcast. He's not running a fucking Facebook group. If you look at Alex Hormozy, he's not doing Instagram lives and running Snapchat ads. The most profitable people go with one traffic source. They go all in. They have other sources of leads, but for the most part, 80% of them come from one traffic source. So let me explain why trying to write a book or start a podcast is just fucking goofy. Well, quite simply, you only have 100 points of energy every day, and there is this barrier like a video game. Let's say it takes 50 points to break through this barrier. Now, these 100 points you have can be invested anywhere, and what I've got really good at is investing majority of my energy points into one place. So I'm catching up to all my competitors who've been doing what I've been doing for years, and I will beat them in the long run because they're investing their energy into multiple different things, which generate shit. And when I see smart agents doing, and you can't do this, it's just fucking goofy because you can't physically do this. Now, this won't math up exactly, so just take the general point that I'm trying to make, because the deeper you go, the crazier the results will be. And what I see life insurance agents do is go, okay, I'm going to start a podcast, I'm going to start a Facebook group, I'm going to recruit other agents, I'm going to try this lead source, I'm going to try generating my own leads, I'm going to go to as many conferences as I can this year, I'm going to read this many books every week. And what happens is you divide your energy points between this, this, and this. Like, you're human. You're a human being, okay? You're going to max out your 100 points very quickly, and you won't even have the points to go deep enough in anything. So what happens is just a few things. The shit you do put out is complete shit and garbage. There is no depth or high quality. You're focused on quantity and productivity, which is a fucking lie. But what people want to buy or consume is quality. So if you were trying to do all this stuff, nothing will be good because there is not enough focus or energy behind it to make it special or better than other people's stuff. So if you're only putting 20 points into generating your own leads, the agent who is putting 80 points into it is going to completely obliterate you because it's his main focus. You're not going to capture the same market share or the same results or income from sales as he will. So what happens is you get into something in the future where you start running into 100 pointers, people whose main focus is that one thing. And it's like pulling up to a car race on a fucking bicycle when everyone else is in Lambos. It's just fucking stupid. You have to understand this is what the best elite people are doing in this industry. And what happens when you split yourself 10 different ways is you produce nothing but garbage, and garbage doesn't go deep. So don't go broad with your efforts. Riches are in the niches. Like if you were trying to run 5 different Facebook groups for different types of insurance, if you just focus on one of them will be capable of getting you to $500,000 a year. Now, let's say you only need to put in 60 points in on one of these to be the best and you'll kill it, and no one else is that invested in that market, you'll take majority share and you'll crush it. When you put those 60 points into one thing, that's when you start seeing the crazy shit without taking shrooms. So if you're looking to get to 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month mark, you don't need to be on 10 different traffic sources. You really only need to go deep on 1 or 2 things and then you rock it, because everyone else is trying to do 10 different things at once, and your advantage is you're only doing 2, so you go way deeper and you dominate this segment of the Facebook group, you dominate this sector of Google ads, and nobody else can compete because they're splitting themselves thin, only putting 10 points into what you're putting 60 points into, and so you win. That's how you get results very fast. And look guys, I'm not saying don't use Facebook groups. I'm not saying use Facebook ads. I'm saying that if it is your best source of leads and sales, focus on it and cut everything else out. And what happens when others who are split thin notice you're dominating, they fall off because they don't have the fucking mental bandwidth to try to catch up with you, so they quit and you win. And that's the best form of revenge, guys. And here's the biggest part where people's pants just fall off, is that you have to put your points into your product. And what everyone else is doing is focusing on all these other things, and their product is shit. So they get a ton of chargebacks, they go into credit card debt. It blows my mind. Like, I saw a girl the other day who is so fucking talented at this. She says, Mason, I'm gonna write a book and I'm starting a YouTube channel and I'm doing like, she has so much potential, and I'm just like, your product is still shit. Like, it isn't the best in the market. I don't see hundreds of families lining up out the door to leave you 5-star reviews on Trustpilot and sending their family and friends to you to get life insurance because of their experience. So why would you take your effort out of the most important thing and fucking waste them somewhere else? Like, focus on fixing your fucking product and your process with your customers to get them sending you referrals for free. It's how you build a long-term business. I see so many agents who are doing this and they're losing contracts from chargebacks. They're getting vectors. They're getting roll-up debt. They are getting stuck at a captive company because they don't invest into learning how to sell or market or get anything better. And they have a hard time getting people to show up to appointments or even buy a policy. They are stuck at this point and wondering, what's going on? Why can't I get ahead? So you're better off cutting all these different arms of your body. You're not fucking General Grievous from Star Wars. Like, you only need 2. So let's make it an example. Let's say you're doing all of these things. You're getting 2 sales a month from final expense leads. You're getting 2 sales a month from mortgage protection lead vendor. You're getting 2 sales a month from this aged leads list you bought. You're getting 10 sales a month from Facebook ads, and you're getting 2 sales a month from your Facebook group and 1 sale a month from referrals. In the agent's mind, they think, yeah, I'm winning. Like, yeah, diversified income. That's crazy. If you cut everything else out but the Facebook ads and only work on that, like, guys, this isn't about being balanced. We're not balancing out a fucking healthy breakfast and calories and making sure we're hitting our food pyramid from school. We're trying to go after fucking leverage. We are trying to build a button with a lot of leverage and smash it as much as possible. You locate the highest return actionable thing in your business and you smash the fuck out of it as much as you can. Like, you could X everything else out and get your Facebook ads to 30 sales a month, and that will fix the referral problem as well. And you'll be the best at it in literally like a month because your focus is freed up. You have bandwidth now. I'm not saying don't do leads or Facebook groups or do Facebook ads. I'm saying You figure out what generates the best results for you, and you mash that big fucking red leverage button until it stops working the same. Then on to the next button. And if one button has the potential to get you to 20, 30, 50K a month, why the fuck do you need to mash other buttons? Like, what is the point in wasting energy points on other buttons? It doesn't make any logical sense. And one last thing to point out right here is what you create by doing all these 10 things over here is you create itemized slavery. And it's why I feel bad for people that do this. I've done this and it's so weird. And what's happening is you're trying to compete with all these people who have way more invested and you have to work insane hours that you don't want to just to deliver shit. You have a Facebook group doing okay, but not enough to break through. You have a lead source doing okay, but not enough to break through. You have a referral partner doing okay, but not good enough to break through. And there is nothing more fucking frustrating on this planet than being okay, but not good enough to break through. Nothing is going to keep you where you're at in life like being okay. And what I see happening is people become slaves. They get plugged back into the fucking matrix tubes that they have to keep doing this and that and this and that. And you never get a breathing point. You never get to relax, and you run into burnout, real burnout. So they try to work more hours and spend more energy points than they have. And it comes right out of the quality. And the quality gets even worse. This is just nuts to me because you see people doing all this crazy shit every day. Conferences every day. Upload 18 videos every day. And so then you're suffering. Your business is suffering. You're overworking yourself. You're not fucking happy. You're just stuck in this raging fire of hell called slavery that you built. You don't see a good ROI from this. This is what I don't understand about people that try to put walls up, because inadvertently, the thing you are trying to keep out, you lock yourself in with. Like, you guys are trying to keep this fucking persona up and it drains you. You're always fighting these fires and demons and never have any time to let anything in the garden grow but fucking weeds. And it's a vicious cycle. Your customers will say, this person isn't as good as so-and-so, so we'll just go to State Farm. You never get to relax. Your company burns down, and I'll tell you this is fucking dangerous, because once you start, it's hard to stop, because even weeds grow roots. And those roots get attached to your emotions. You get attached to these things that you're growing emotionally. And you're slaving away from crumbs when you could have the whole fresh baked apple pie, baby. I just like apple pie. But you're working for the fucking crumbs of the crust, and it's fucking nuts. I've faced this. It's difficult to cut these things off. I'm still, after months, cutting things off. Like, let's just build one badass jet rather than 10 airplanes and fly as fast and as far as you can in one direction and don't look back. With this, no one catches up, because while they're over here going in this crazy up-down line, like, yeah, podcast, yeah, Cody Askins conference, yeah, to get this Facebook group, that person gets there 10 years later while you got there in one, because you went in a straight line. So if this video was useful or anything like that, just hit the like button, share, rewatch it, whatever. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see more of. But I want you to realize this, is you guys think you have time. I promise you fucking don't. Especially if you're in your 30s or 40s, you've got maybe 5 to 10 years left. Your body's going to catch up and break the fuck down, and you're not going to want to start a business when you're 55. You're not going to want to make $200 a day when you're 55. If you're in your 20s, you have maybe 25, 30 solid years of disciplined activity and high focus, high energy, persistence to overcome objections, and the resilience to withstand anything that life throws at you. And you can only build 1 or 2 things in that time. So please, 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 learn from my fucking mistakes. I don't make this channel like videos to make myself sound better than you, more intelligent than you. If anything, it's to point out how stupid I was in the past. The stupid decisions that I made. I want you guys to get farther than where I am now, faster. Because I seriously fucking love this industry and I love the people in it. And most of you are just being lied to and fucking taken advantage of for your money. And you wonder why you never get anywhere. I want to see you guys make more and do better than me. So please, if you sort of like this and you're making over $5,000 a month, you should check out my program below. It'll be the first link in the description. It'll help you figure out the whole make more, double, triple your revenue. And if you're not making $5K a month at least, minimum, completely ignore this. That's not for you. Take in the video. That's it. Happy hustling.